Perfect time to pop a lemon head in my mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, great.
Right when I'm about to talk and choke. Hold on, I think better of it. Hold on. Okay. I'm good. Here we go, everybody. Time for a show. Hold on. Yep. Okay. We're good there, and everything's all set. And here we go. In three, back to the old music. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons. A full crew returning. We are back to our main campaign this week. Just once again, a quick shout out and a bow to John's rad inverse content, which we did 2 weeks in a row. And it will always sort of be there if we need to get back to it. I had a blast with that. I think Bo concurs. So, John, good job. It was really, really fun.
Thank you.
Yes, it was great. And then, but the big news, the Fergs are back, everybody. Kristen and Kyle returning triumphantly to the table, dice in hand, baby in one arm, D&D stick in the other. Is that a thing you've got? You got a D&D stick? That's great.
Be careful. We might get messages about giving babies sticks.
That's right. But, hey, happy 18 days or so to the little guy, and glad to have you guys back. We're going to dive right in and begin things this week with a quick email. This came to us from a listener named Howard. His last name is, well, I'm not going to say. It's just Howard. I'll say Howard. I don't want to dox this guy. His address is, and here's his phone number. Here you go. He says, Scott, hey, my group calls it giant spider syndrome. This is regarding Scott's admission of frugal resource management. This is a few episodes ago. Basically, it works like this. You are struggling to defeat a spider, but you haven't used your sorcery points once or ever. Use your sorcery points once a day ability or last spell slot, etc. Why? Why would that be? Well, what if, after you defeat this spider, there's a giant spider that you just have to fight right behind him? Then where will you be? Just wanted to let you know you're in good company. Thanks, a.k.a. Just Guy on Twitch. Thank you, Howard, for that. So in support of me hoarding my abilities, because there's something worse around the other corner. In fact, today we may lament that we don't have enough abilities left, or points or things, stuff we can do, because last we left, things were looking a little gnarly. So look at that, you guys. A listener in support of my bad play style. Well done. If you want to send your own thoughts and you want to counter that, or you want to agree with that dude, or you got more you want to say, go to the website therewillbedungeons.com and leave us a message today. All right, let's jump right in. I guess I didn't check this before the show, but Kristen has traditionally done our recap. Kristen, you good to go? You want to do one of these?
I am good to go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax while Kristen reminds us all where we were before we left. Kristen, take it away.
All right, last time on There Will Be Dungeons, the testicled terror took tempestuous tries at trouble. It whipped and it whirled, waving its wings in wild wax to waste the weary warriors. As Hope held on to her hindered Hellion, Stanley, Nash, and Varel doubled down on denying what dared to be their doom until death was dealt, rendering the risk reposed alongside the wretch who had readied it. Finally, free of feuds, the group gathered what gab they could grab. The demon's disc had disappeared, but empty, their exploration didn't end. They ransacked a rear room, restraining a remarkable rifle. Nash, Stanley, and Varel gathered in a guarded garrison to unlock the unknown, while Hope commissioned the control computer. Suddenly, Saranthalus stepped in, resurrected and requesting Toby. Once the weapon was wielded by Varel, the evil elf enjoined Toby to emerge, summoning from a subtle cerulean stone snatched from her slickers. Halting Hope, she lumbered off to level with Uvexiad about her locked-up losers. Trammeled with Toby, the three took to taming the turbulent toughie. Varel tapped his triggers, only to glimpse the gun-growing gateways. After finishing the frozen freak, they were released from the room and ran after the reprobate, only to retreat as a barrage of bugbears barreled at them. Nash's fireball fried and routed the rest into rapid retreat. Promptly, they planned to peel with the portal pistol, drawing the dogs down to their doorway and leaving them lost. Now rejoin our heroes as they dare to delude the deluge of depravity. Will they be able to properly plan with portals? Can they catch up to the crafty conjurer? And can Varel be trusted not to take on the bugbears in a direct dispute? Stay tuned for today's adventure in the wide world of the Wastes.
Awesome as always, as if you never left. Bo, it's on you now. Go for it.
All right, as we bring up Fade from Black, we're standing behind Varel. And over his shoulders, down the hallway that he's staring down, are a bunch of bugbears charging down the hall that he had just called fart maggots. And the bugbears are furry, patchy. They look like they haven't bathed in months, with eyes wildly moving all over the place. Little teeth just as they rush down the hall, and a giant cloud of dust gets kicked up, and they go as they charge down in your general direction.
All right, well, we have a portal ready.
While the rest of the party, meanwhile, the rest of the party is in the room where they found a legendary portal gun, hiding behind the dome glass, waiting for the go signal.
Oh man, I need to.
Varel.
Do we have the map up? Is that still a thing? Are we there?
Yeah, the map is there. Varel, let's get an initiative roll from you, please.
All right. 18.
Perfect. All right.
Nice first return roll, Varel.
Just Varel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rolls from everyone too.
Oh,
Sorry, what'd you roll?
18.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
22.
13 for me.
13 Nash. Hope.
9 for me.
All right, you guys are not involved in this yet, as you're in the process of waiting. Varel, it is your move to act first.
Awesome.
50 bugbears charging down the hallway your direction, and you spy an illithid in the back, seemingly directing them.
Cool. I have no ranged abilities of any kind, so I will regretfully retreat as per the plan through the green portal.
The green portal is filled and solid. As you go to look to it, it's filled and solid. Just a reminder from last week, I think the plan was to retreat and then get behind them once you've lured the bugbears to their location.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I
could
think
be
so
mistaken.
too.
Yeah, that was-
You guys
Yeah,
know.
the plan was you run back to us, they chase, and then we portal through this wall back here and pop out behind and leave.
Oh, right. I do not, as a player, have the information that you all found a secret tunnel.
Oh, wait, did we find a secret tunnel?
We were gonna go through the portal. I was gonna open the portal once you got back to us.
Yeah.
Because remember, I have to shoot a second.
Oh,
Right, but when you all went back there, unbeknownst to me, Varel, you all found in the grate there a tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, did we?
You felt a breeze blowing through the tunnel. You see the grate behind you underneath the machinery.
Yeah, we did. I think we're ignoring it.
Yeah, I don't think we
Okay.
took it, or we're gonna make it part of the plan.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I changed the plan in my head. All right, I run for it.
All right, are you using a dash?
Oh, yeah.
That's 80 feet.
I'm dashing the heck out of this.
Going full dash.
And that would put me to just beyond the boxes in the
boxes
previous
were going
room.
to count as difficult terrain, so double movement cost in the box.
Oh, no. I guess we did just clamber over them, didn't we? We didn't make a hole.
That's right. I mean, there's a passage through, but it's more, it's not a free run through the boxes.
Okay, cool. I am on top a box, about to be free of them.
Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Now, so these guys, since they're dashing as well, get to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably put them about here. We'll move this squad like so. Perfect. Okay, your turn again. Does anyone of the other players need to have a turn right now, or are they still waiting?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just waiting until we have Varel in range.
Yeah.
All right, so Varel careens down the hallway, back over some boxes in the laboratory room, and the bugbears like, and they go as the army marches around the corner and begins filtering down. However, they're falling behind as their pace is not as fast as yours. Now your next turn, Varel.
Awesome. As I run, let it be known that I would definitely fight them all if it wasn't for the darn mind flayer in the back.
I never once questioned whether you would or wouldn't. I knew it.
I am through the door back into the portal room, just on the edge of it.
Okay, perfect. So the doors goes opens automatically, goes closes behind you. I'm now going to hide areas that you do not have vision into. So give me a moment. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And now, so you hear, now that the doors are closed and that the army of bugbears are out of view, all you can do is hear them go as these war cries yell out. Okay, perfectamundo. Hang on, we're almost there. There's a lot of units to move for our audio listeners. That's why it's taking more time. And the first few bugbears begin clambering through the door, climbing the boxes, going in their war cry. Do any of the other party members need to have a turn?
I don't think so. I think we're still waiting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then Varel, up to you again.
All right, I run to the room that appears to be empty and yell, "Friends! Where are you? I'm in pursuit."
Back here. Back here.
And I will run past the desk, past the servers, and almost around the corner to join the party.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that's not supposed to make noise. All right, very good. Then from the room, you hear the boxes go like boof, 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 as they all get sort of kicked over and knocked over. You no longer have vision into the room either, so let me now hide that area from your vision. All right. Okay, so sorry again. This is involving moving a lot of tokens, so chat amongst yourselves with strategy.
It's like a minute. There's so little I remember about what we were doing while we were waiting. I guess we're just waiting by the portal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't have a portal yet.
We're waiting
yeah.
where we're going to have it, right?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's a lot of tokens here now. You begin to hear the footsteps as they go up the stairs. You hear that you can see silhouettes through the doorway from your vantage point, Varel. It's your turn next.
All right, I book it around the corner to my allies.
Mm-hmm.
And say, engage the plan.
All right. Okay, so that's your turn. Then we'll put Stanley up next.
I'm gonna just wait for the portal and then be ready to run through it.
Okay, Nash, your turn.
Same.
Hope, your turn.
All right, I'll look to everyone and go, all right, now remember to be quiet. They could turn around and see us. And then shoot the not green. What's the other color? Orange?
Red.
Red.
Like that.
In this case, yeah.
Where are you shooting it?
Just right in front of us.
Right there on the wall. Okay. So you fire the gun, a red projectile leaves the gun and hits the wall and goes boom. And it opens up a vision into the passageway. I'm going to reveal it here for you. Right here. You can see all the way down this hall. the green portal is. There is a mind flayer with its back to you, separated from its army, as most of the army, from what you can tell from this portal, have moved their way into the room adjacent to you, and it is now their turn. So they start moving in. All right. They stay moving. You hear, so you don't see them because you're on the other side of the dome, and it's too scary to sort of like, move and be seen, right? Like, are too dangerous. So they begin moving into the room, and you hear, where go? Abby, check over there. And there's a big chorus of like confusion as they're all looking around to see if they can't try and find you as you're ducked below any sort of windows. All right, that would make it their turn. Stanley, you're next up on the turn order.
All right, I am going to try and silently step through the portal. And
So you're trying to move quietly as you walk. So
yes.
all right. If you wish to use stealth, that will cost you an action or anything else if you wish to make that roll. Otherwise, it's just normal walking. You can flavor it as quiet, but you know what I mean?
I wish to stealth.
Okay. Using your action to stealth through the wall, let's us make a stealth check, please.
It's a 9.
Okay. You may continue on your move now.
Okay. I'm going to step down through the portal out to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then start making my way back the way they came.
Okay. As you make your quiet way, as stepping through, you kind of brush your feet ever so lightly, but the foot gets brushed, making a shh on the ground. And then you see the back of the head of the illithid as it floats in its large flowing cape, octopus tentacles, and you see one of them twitch, and the head goes and begins turning backwards. Varel, it's your turn.
I don't know if I can move, just real quick. I don't know if I can move further. I'd use all my movement.
Oh, I'll
that I
reveal
have,
that for you. Sorry.
But
Sorry.
I can't see, so I
Yeah,
just
I'll
didn't want to
reveal that for you. My bad. Yep. No, go ahead. Sorry about that, my friend.
That's all right. And honestly, I probably would have moved down. That's not really breaking line of sight. So yeah, I would have just continued along that way. It's 5.
Step through the
10.
portal and walk along the wall.
Yeah. So
But you're aware that you've made enough of a noise on the ground that it may. But the mind flayer's in the process of turning his head. It has not turned his head completely yet. Mr. Varel.
All right. I am going to charge the mind flayer
Yep.
through the portal, running in behind him,
Yeah.
and I would like to enter my rage into a grapple. And I would very much like to basically just, what is Sin City? Squeeze his head, and I want to make sure it's facing forward. I got a hold of him, so any mind blast would fire down the hall.
Gotcha. Okay. Then move your token. Are you able to move your token, or do you need me to do it for you?
I can zoom out and do it.
Okay.
All right, I got plenty of movement, so I run up behind him, oof, enter my rage, I'll flame burst him for 3, and engage. Wait, hang on.
Uh-huh.
I would much rather do the yes. So I enter my rage. Yes,
Yeah.
I will flame burst, and then I will have advantage on the grapple check.
Have advantage on the grapple check. Okay, very good. So we're making a strength contest.
Correct.
Find my. Okay.
How come he's slightly hurt? That just his hit points
that?
are weird. The illithid above his head. He's got
He
hit
took
points.
flame burst damage.
Oh, that was immediate. All right, I thought that it was already off of that. Never mind. I blinked. That's cool.
A 23.
Okay, you win the grapple. Sorry, I put a thing in my mouth. Sorry about that. I forget I'm the DM and I have to talk constantly.
Right.
You win the grapple.
Awesome.
So how did you grappling him to face his head forward and full Nelsoning him otherwise?
Yeah, no, I've got him bait, so like hand around him, but I want to do it around.
Wait, he just went silent.
Audio
Sorry.
went dead.
Sorry.
I want to make sure that faces forward. However, I'm holding him.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. That it's done. All right, Nash.
Should we see his HP, or is that do we care?
Yeah, you fought enough of them that you have a general sense, so it
Okay.
seems like the HP is visible.
That's what I thought. All right.
If you're seeing the HP, I've had to click that on, so it's not accidental.
Since well, here, I'll zoom out and do it. I'm gonna move through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about stealth because there's a grapple happening that doesn't. It's gonna be perfectly distracting for me to get over
Did I
here.
hear a wolf howling?
No, I've got a background noise of a bunch of bugbears chasing us.
Yeah, I know, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Like the background noises, Foley work is amazing. They just thought at one point I heard like a oh.
Well,
It's like the dog,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, maybe we need to change that one.
they're just pissed. They're just
Wolf
angry.
Rage.
All right, I'm gonna move through and stand next to Stanley here. Because that was a portal and the distance isn't, if I'm counting just distance from portal to where I'm standing, it isn't very much. I can still do an action, right?
For sure.
Then
Absolutely.
all right, what I would like to do. Oh, well, that'll hurt Varel, and I don't want to use points because I only have one left. Actually, I'm gonna see how this plays out. I'm gonna just park myself next to Stanley and let the grapple happen in front of me. I'm not
You
gonna do
could
anything.
help attacking him, like maybe to kill the mind flayer.
Yeah,
I don't know. Teammates.
you're right.
I mean, sometimes you gotta let Nash be Nash, even if it's gonna be an odd choice.
All right, then you do no action. Hope it's your turn.
What? Kyle looks like he's ready to have a conniption.
He's the only one fighting the mind flayer.
That's it. Everyone
You
gets a
see-
chance to fight a mind flayer alone, right? I've got one. Kyle's getting one. John soon, and then Scott.
I thought,
true.
yeah. Oh, actually,
You're just
right
stocking it up
past
for
it.
later, you know?
That's a good point.
All right. Hope's going to go through the portal and immediately fire down the hallway. The red, further down the wall, away from the army, to close the green.
Hang on, though. Table talk. Could you shoot the floor beneath the blue or the green? You know what I'm saying? And then I throw him in there, and he's like, "Oh!"
Oh, I mean that'd be pretty cool, but I think Varel would have to.
I mean, it's a very new weapon that we have. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't know if
advanced.
Hope
Yeah.
has
That's
put
fair.
2 and 2 together yet.
So you're firing a red projectile through the portal.
I'm
The
gonna
back-
go through the green and then fire a red projectile,
All right.
basically
Okay.
across the hall from us, just to make sure it's closed off.
Okay. Step through. You need me to move your character? It's a far jump.
Can you just summon her? Wait, they went mute again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there she is.
Now, you notice at the end of the hallway, the surface is not very flat. It's a pile of rocks. Just FYI.
Perfect, because that'll close it.
So you're firing it at the rocks?
Let's
Can you-
fire it off, kind of off to the side. Not down toward the rocks, but toward where Saranthalis ran, toward the elevator.
All right, make an attack roll, please.
Okay. And then I guess it's
Oh,
on your
sorry.
sheet.
Is it me or oh, it's me this time? Sorry.
Oh, right. I've got the stats on it.
What's the
The range or
modifier?
-3, but
Mi-
that's me.
Oh.
I'm actually. It shouldn't be mine.
So if you grab the title, you'll be able to search for it and add it in your items. It's called the
Oh.
cheap
Gotcha.
portal gun.
Oh, I see.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
It would be your normal, like, your dex mod plus your proficiency. Actually, probably shouldn't include your proficiency.
Cool, got
It's
it.
not a weapon you're proficient with.
Okay.
Trained in. So just your dex mod, basically.
Okay, just the next one. There we go. Okay, so 15.
Okay, perfect. So you fire the portal, and it lands in the destination that you wish it to. Boom. Closing up behind you, and now opening. Which when you look into the portal, the green one, you see, Stanley and Nash slinking away and not participating.
Fantastic. I will join their slink and let Varel have his mighty kill.
Oh no. All right. Perfect. You hear a lot of screaming from the other room. As the searching continues. You have the Mind Flayer grappled, but the Mind Flayer, even though it's grappled, has the ability to act. And the tentacles reach back around you. Now he's going to attack you at disadvantage, Varel, but the tentacles reach around back you, flailing, attempting to.
He's a mind
hit
flayer.
you.
Get it?
All right. So the rolls were with disadvantage, and as a result, the tentacles flail helplessly and do not do any damage to you.
All right.
However, you feel a sense in your mind, all four of you. You hear the word, return to me.
Uh-oh.
Stanley, it's your turn.
All right. Well, the stealthy approach seems to have been abandoned by my allies. Not that I did great stealth anyway. So I'm going to come down to help Varel fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move to there.
Yeah.
Or actually right there. I'm going to send diplomacy out to stab him.
Okay.
And I am going to also draw my dagger and attempt to stab him with that. Although, actually, you know what? If I heard him say return, I'm going to cast that as a booming blade, because the sound doesn't matter anymore. So, I'll do diplomacy attack, and I will do booming blade with the dagger.
Okay. Roll your diplomacy attack, please. The sword floats up into the air.
Okay, so diplomacy is going to be a 14 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah.
And then the dagger, the booming blade is going to be a 15 plus 7 to hit.
Okay, well, roll your diplomacy damage, please.
Okay, diplomacy is 10 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the booming blade is going to be 15 damage total. Do you need me to split it out for thunder damage or not?
No,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah, perfect. All right, so you send the sword out. It pierces the skin of the illithid here in your mind, and then the booming blade, thunder damage. It's struck with it, and his body convulses in Varel's grip. Varel, your turn.
Awesome. I am going to move with him.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw my weight backwards, throw myself to the wall here, spin him around so he's facing Nash and Hope. And I'm going to say, get him! And then I'm going to do my bite attack on him.
Okay.
As he moves from the space, he takes 5 more thunder damage.
Is it per movement or per space of movement?
If he leaves the space where the spell hit him, he
All right,
takes
takes
another thunder.
All right. 5 damage it is. His body convulses further.
This will be a Hungry Jaws attack.
Yes.
And unhinge my jaw a little bit and just slam down on that neck while keeping him in the grapple. This will be a reckless attack. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, that's up to you. Well, it's your first attack. Yeah, it's your first attack, right? So
That's right. Yeah, I do get multiple. This is a 15 for the first one.
15 points of damage. Perfect.
15 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit. Yeah.
Cool. Second attack is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Wow. Kyle's back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Is that 2 hungry bites, or what was the second attack? Just
I've got one more bite. The Hungry Jaws is a bonus action, and then I do 2 bites
Oh,
with a 25.
so 3 hits. I guess your hungry jaws first, and then I don't know what you were hitting with after that.
It's all so Hungry Jaws is a bite attack, and then 2 more bites, and 1 is a crit.
Okay.
So 7 points of damage.
Okay. Continue.
7, 5, 9. So we're at 16 total, and 7. So 23 points of damage total.
For all 3 attacks.
All 3 attacks.
Okay, so I already took off your first attack of damage. What was the first amount? 7?
The whole thing is 23 total.
Right. I got to put the hit points back. 23 total. Okay. 16. Okay. Perfect. So you go to town biting it. Burrell just viciously begins chomping at it. Blood, like black inky blood squirting everywhere every time the jaw sinks in, and the illithid is just helpless in his hands as he overpowers it. Very small compared to the large Pharrell. Nash, your turn.
I will whip out a super rad fireball bolt, not ball, bolt. Aim it at the illithid and strike him as hard as I can. Here is my
Attack roll.
Yep, that would be. Hold on. That's a 19.
It's a hit.
All right. And the damage on that is going to be 2d10. Hold on a second. That would be a 8 damage total.
Okay, perfect. If the firebolt flings out, doffs him on the head as Varel's biting him. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope. Just blow my finger and stand there looking.
Well, okay then.
Yep. That's showing.
Hope, it is your turn.
All right. Since my good hand is wielding the portal gun, I'm gonna hold up my mechanical arm, turn it into my shotgun, woo, and fire a shot.
Like point blank, like right at his face.
From where I'm standing. I won't walk up to him.
Okay.
I need a little
Well-
range. I don't want to roll disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, it's disadvantage on the roll, but it's advantage on the cool factor.
I know. I mean, if the cool factor could be added. If we had a numerical value for cool factor, maybe.
I mean, you actually won't get disadvantage because he's being grappled. I believe that confirms advantage, no?
Oh, even for us?
It
I don't
doesn't,
know.
no.
I
It
didn't.
doesn't.
I didn't roll with advantage, but
I gave you hope and I took it away. It doesn't.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you would pin him on the ground, then you'd get advantage. But Varel is not pinning him; he's biting. So
Hope will angrily look at Pharrell and shake her head, and then take her shot.
take your shot.
Tactics.
Once again, Varel getting blamed for things he doesn't understand.
All right, cool. The shot is a 13.
It is a miss.
A miss.
The bullet hits the wall in the back.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Hope's gonna curse to herself and fire again with her second attack action. And this is a little better here. We got an 18.
It's a hit.
All
Well,
right.
The
perfect.
damage.
All right. It looks like the damage is going to be 15.
All right. Describe your killing blow, please.
I just want his head to explode, and I want it to kill the worm that's in there too. Since I
Then she gets to explain how he dies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So-
but the
so
worm
the
is a
head
different
explodes.
entity.
and we see a little worm fly out and smack onto the wall.
Okay, then that's what happens. The head explodes all over Varel. Varel is like from shoulder up. Varel is like covered in black ink, and so he's like, whatever color of his prismatic scales below, and then black ink above, and you just see two large eyeballs sort of blink. And the worm hits the wall and then begins sliding as pieces of illithid, like, how like a balloon when you pop it, there's this weird skin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what the skin looks like. It's just like
It's like a little
balloon. And you hear a loud crash. As this happens, combat is technically not over for the moment. As you hear a loud crash from inside the room you were just in, and you hear the sounds of brawling. You hear smack. You start to hear the clang of metal, and just large, loud sounds come from the room you just left. No bugbears leave the room for this turn that you can tell. Your turn, Stanley.
All right, I'll recall diplomacy and start making my way away.
Okay. So, make your way.
Go there.
I, for some reason, can't delete diplomacy.
It's fine. I'm bringing it with me.
I might have put him on the GM layer.
I'm bringing it with.
No. It's because I'm on reveal areas.
It's with me. Okay, there we go.
Is everyone running, or are you guys re-engaging the bugbears?
Well,
I'm getting out.
Yeah, we gotta get out.
Yeah, I'm heading. I'm trucking.
Perfect. All right, so we no longer need the map for the moment. You begin booking it down the hallway. Poof, 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 everyone running. And you get to the point where, remember, there was that point where you had crossed sort of this flesh tunnel, right?
Kinda.
And Serenthalas got crushed in it, right? So you get back to that point, and you see that it's been burned. There's a large sort of charred area where it no longer is there, and it's clear. So you continue booking it down the hallway. And Varel, you're probably in the back, but you've overtaken somewhat of the lead as you begin running down the hallway. You notice there's a way to the right that returns you to that elevator bay where you fought the spider. And then on the left, you see sort of there's a locked door, and then you see something flesh-like, the same as the stuff that was in the tunnel, sort of pierce through the middle and go and open up on the left side. Which direction do you guys take?
Can I see if there's an elevator in the bay from where I am?
Well, you look and you see the one where you had jumped down from. The remaining doors are closed.
Okay. Huh. Because I'm under the assumption that they would have arrived via elevator because of the noises we heard. But that's a lot of people to fit in an elevator. So I would stop. I would halt, screech my little feet, and point to the flesh door that is opening. And say, we have a choice. Flesh or the Vader.
Well, I think we take the flesh doorway. It has helped us so far, seemed to hinder the enemies.
And as long as Nash has more songs, we should be okay.
It doesn't like Nash. That immediately makes me more inclined to trust it.
Fair. It's a fair point. Yeah, take the flesh door.
Flesh door with a song in our hearts.
All right, perfect. So you begin as you have the little conversation. You hear yelling from down the hall, like, you quickly step into the doorway. Varel, Hope, Stanley, Nash. As you're about to step in, a piece of the flesh tentacle comes out and smacks you on your chest, pushing you back. And the door closes.
Great. Great. Shit. What did I do? I forgot what I did to offend the door. Someone remind me. I blew something up or did something shitty. What was it?
I think you licked it.
Oh, was that it?
You smacked it with a stick.
Oh, yeah.
And then it broke your staff.
Right.
Yeah, your staff is in pieces.
I forgot about that. All right. Go ahead.
We've got a portal gun.
Oh, right.
So Hope's gonna look around in the room she's in now and see if there's a blank wall.
You're in the room that you're in now. It's fairly empty. It's another corridor. It seems to lead down into darkness. There's small little lights sort of illuminating the left and right sides of the walkway, but there are flat surfaces on either side.
Okay, she will shoot the green at one of the sides.
Okay.
And then she'll go back out through the flesh and shoot red.
Nice.
Okay. So the door itself is not made of flesh. When you look at the doorway, there's these sort of tentacles of flesh that seem to have grown in over top and around the door, and then have used their flesh tentacles as fingers to open it. The flesh is receding and not opening it for you, and it's just now the door.
I get your meaning, though, Hope, and I will run through the portal she's created.
Yeah. Well, when you open the portal, you see, as you shoot the portal open. Oh no, it's not open. You've ran far enough that it's now reset, so it's just a solid red circle on the wall.
Oh, there's no exit.
So you run into it, and then but you bounce off of it.
I mean, all she needs to do is have one where you guys are, and then have one out where I am, and then I get in it, and then you eliminate the second one again. Just like Portal. Also, you described goatsy earlier with this door, which isn't very comforting. It's big hands, grabbed it and pulled it apart. It sounds like goatsy.
What's goatsy?
Oh, wait, what?
No.
We need to look that
We don't
up.
have time. We don't
Whatever's
have time.
left of your innocence.
There's
Listeners.
bugbears. let Bo just live in his world.
All right, what's the
do
door
this to
made
him.
of? That was goat seed.
It's metal. It's a typical door from one of those facilities that slide open in the middle, but this one doesn't slide as you approach it on its own.
All we need is a hole in the door.
Oh yeah,
I can shoot through it.
yeah. I guess if Varel can open it just a little bit, we can pop the opposite color through.
I don't want to upset the business, though. It's my friend.
Why don't you just try singing again, Nash?
All right. Do you think that'll work?
It worked before.
Well, there's no time to argue. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good one here. All right, here we go. I'll go. Here we are, face to face. A couple of silver spoons. Hoping to find we're two of a kind. Making it go, making it grow. Together we're gonna find our way. Is it making any movement? Is anything happening?
Roll a performance check, please.
Shit. All right, hold on. You guys remember Silver Spoons, right? It's not that old. All right, here you go. That would be a 14.
The tentacles are all gone. All the hints of the flesh being nowhere to be seen. Your singing does nothing.
It doesn't do anything?
No, the doors remain closed.
Shit.
You can see Varel staring at you through the little window that's in the door.
Oh, there's a window. Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot through the window, the opposite color.
Okay, as you go to lift up the gun and fire it, it hits the window and just goes blink.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, is it glass?
Some kind of a glass.
Yeah.
Boo.
Shatter it.
I'll Indiana Jones Last Temple of Doom get my face up in the hole. And with my mouth be like, Nash, use your thing with the where you one side and you look and are on the other side.
Here's the problem. I've spent that spell slot. Oh, wait. Have I, though? Oh, you know what? I don't. I have it. I'm going to Dimension Door. I'm Dimension Dooring.
Okay.
I forgot I had a slot left. This is a huge blow. I'm wasting this, but it's fine.
What does this look like casting this spell?
Just What do you mean? What do I look like doing it, or what does it look like?
I mean, do you sweep your hand and then the door appears? Like, how does it look to an onlooker when you use your dimension door?
I say, enough of this garbage, you stupid whore. Someone make a dimensional door. Poof, and I get a door.
All right, you walk through onto the other side and link through fine. And just as you're about to leave, shadows, and you hear as a couple of bugbears start boom, 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 start pummeling their way down the hallway. You disappear from view, and then you hear footsteps and see the silhouettes of bugbears run past the doorway as everyone sort of gets out of view of the window.
I blew my 4th level second slot on that.
There's sort of a wind and breeze coming from behind you in the hallway.
It's my underwear. Oh, no.
It's dark.
I love that could be an accurate statement.
It's just my underwear. Don't worry about it.
Is it cold again?
Actually, it's a warm breeze.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we have a friend in this facility, in the flesh.
Well, 3 of us do. One of them needs to work a little harder to make friends.
Look, I was just testing it. If I could take it back, I wouldn't have whacked it. This thing holds a serious grudge. We should try to communicate with it.
All right, well, for now, I say we press forward.
All in agreement?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it
Yeah.
like breathing, Bo? Like he's like
No,
some...
it's just you can hear the whistling through the walls,
Okay.
through the conduits that you see above overhead. All right, so you turn around and look down the hallway and notice that it's mainly white paneling. There's some pipes and various structural engineering on the ceiling of this hallway, and small little lights on the left and right floor. It's mainly paneled floor. You begin walking down into the darkness, and the darkness recedes as you move forth. Do we have any light sources that anyone's using?
I'll have my single stone now that we know only one of us can have it, but I'll have one.
Sure.
I'll lead the way with my shield.
Perfect. And as you make your way, maybe a minute of walking down this hallway, you begin to see that the passage opens up, and you see sort of a glowing blue box in the distance. Looks like it might be a monitor of some kind in the darkness. The air gets warmer.
It's another screen.
Well, screens are your department.
Yeah.
But, Nash, we have friends here now. Be kind to the screen.
I promise not to hit anything. I've learned my lesson.
Might I also take a moment, friends, to say, we should do that next time, where I grab the illithid and we all just beat the crap out of it.
Oh, yes, that was very effective. It worked out far better this time.
Yeah.
All right. So after you have to share those a few words, you make your way closer down the hallway, and you see that in fact the space opens up into what appears to be a large chasm. And if you refer to Roll20, there's a new map. You make your way down towards the end of the hall, and you see that the floor turns into a catwalk. But the catwalk has been broken and bent downwards, leading to a seemingly bottomless pit below.
Oh, we're on the
You
Death
stare
Star.
across this chasm, you notice that long, large metal wall of structure leans out both to the left and right on your side, and that likely this catwalk is attached to something across the other side of the chasm. There's a door on the other side with a small part of the broken catwalk available on the other side, and you see the words sort of faintly glowing now above the door on the other side. It says, it's flickering a little bit, it says containment.
I am stoked.
That seems ominous, I'll say.
There's a little computer panel next to the catwalk. As you sort of examine it briefly, it looks like it contains basic interface for extending and retracting a catwalk.
Well, with that knowledge, I'll ask if should we you guys want to try to extend the bridge, find out what's in containment over there. I know Varel
This
does.
is the containment, and our friend lives here.
Well, either way, we have to extend this bridge if we're going anywhere.
With your permission, I would very much like to speak to our friend.
Oh, you mean like
Sure.
now? Go for it.
I will walk to the edge of this catwalk, and into the darkness, I will yell, "Friend, friend, friend." You have helped us greatly. We are here to aid you. Be contained no longer, and find allies in your room.
You hear the fluttering of wings and a high-pitched echo throughout the chasm.
Like an alarm?
No, like a beast.
Oh. Okay.
I'll turn around quickly and be like, I didn't expect that. What I expected was a large flesh beast to rise up and be like, good friend, and so on. I expect we are under attack by hornets or some dastardly flying beasts. Prepare for battle.
I thought you said he was our friend.
I don't think this is our friend. I may have made a mistake.
Oh. I teleport over there and find out but I don't have a 4th level teleport slot anymore.
Well, you know what they say, don't cry over spilled teleport slots.
Yeah. That's that
We
old
can
phrase.
still check out the monitor, though, too, yeah?
Yeah.
Perhaps that's best, and I'll retreat off the catwalk.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
Is the screen is it on?
Screen's on. It's glowing. It's blue.
Okay, what is it? I'll walk over
Let's
to
check.
it. What's the
It
prompt?
has a diagram of the catwalk, and it has extend, and it has retract as sort of options. Perhaps it's a touchscreen of some kind. The extend section is highlighted.
I will attempt to press the screen where it says extend to see if it is a touchscreen or not.
Okay. A small little message and a voice sort of appears and says, "The bridge is already extended."
But we can see that it's broken.
You can see that it's broken.
Okay.
Alright, Hope's gonna set up a green portal on the wall in front of her. And then she's gonna shoot a red across to the other side.
I keep forgetting we have a portal gun.
All right, and where are you shooting it for the red one? I'm going to give you control of it so you can place it. Okay.
Cool. So that's where I'd want to place it.
Okay, so the door on the other side does not, even though it's flat, does not appear to be a flat enough surface for you, just an FYI. It's sort of got ridges and little pipes on it, and it seems to have like hydraulic system attached to it.
Okay, what about the wall
But-
next to it?
But be sure to also, because the map is 2D, you might be thinking in 2D, but also be sure to note that the wall extends high up and high below in this large chasm.
Gotcha. So how high up then above the other side of the bridge? Is
It
there
goes
smooth
higher
enough wall?
than, because it's very dark in here, it goes higher than your light or your dark vision allows you to see. So you don't know where the ceiling is.
Okay, in that case, I'll just do test shots slowly up the wall with the red.
Okay. Make an attack roll, please.
Oh, an attack roll.
The first one is a 1.
Okay. Well, you accidentally shoot the portal gun. You sort of finger the trigger a little too early, and it shoots the floor just in front of you.
Okay, that was
Boom.
not too bad. Not too bad. Hope will kind of nod awkwardly around the group.
But what you can see out the hole in front of you is the side of Varel.
Because he's standing right there.
Weird.
Goes boom. You see Varel in the hole.
So, if I were to run, would I pop up?
You could walk through.
I'll stick a hand through it.
Okay, you stick a hand through it, and then you see Varel's hand coming from the floor.
I'll poke it with the gun.
I desire greatly for you to do that, but next to the face of our enemy, so I can punch him through the wall.
I think we could do that.
Or, better yet, we could shoot it below us, next to his face, and then drop things on his face. But they would come out the side.
Who are we fighting?
Enemies.
And then Hope will kind of shake her head, noting for the future that a possible fighting technique. And this next one is a 9.
Okay, so you're shooting it across?
Yeah.
Okay, you fire it, missing slightly. But shoot it a little bit above the door and to the right. Boom. And now you can see in the passageway behind Varel basically a cliff. But you also have sort of vision of all 4 of the party members standing on their side of the catwalk across the chasm.
So there's nothing, there's no footing. It's just a wall there and then no footing, right? Like it's just a drop.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will. I'll remind Hope that I can underwear over there if I need to. The problem is that's not going to help everybody else, though. We still need to have a better endpoint for that gun. So what we could do is go. This is kind of table talk, but let's say I float out of that red thing in my flighty underwear, float over to where there is footing, drop down. I take the gun with me, by the way, the portal gun in through with me. Plop back down and reset the red one where I can see they will have a footing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There isn't really a safe spot that you can see from the door. There's like a catwalk, which is graded, which probably isn't going to be a good target for it, and then the door. But above the door, there's some flat metal surface.
Yeah. So that's what I would do, even if it meant there was a bit of a drop for them to climb down through. Okay. If everyone agrees.
Yeah, and you could float up and shoot straight ahead directly at flat wall, too.
Yeah. Which I totally could do that.
Cool. Hope will take off the gun and hand it over to Nash.
Okay, I'll go through.
Wasn't this a scenario Stanley didn't want happening?
This was the one thing I said let's not do.
All right. Well, yeah, you observe Hope unsleeve the gun. It's large. It's not like, you're thinking of the video game. It looks like a small, just like a giant sort of piece of silver and white Lego, and there's a sleeve inside. And it's heavy. It's a two-handed weapon. You hand it over to Nash, and Nash, you pick it up.
Yep.
You put your arm in the sleeve, and the sleeve sort of comfortably sort of closes so that it's solid on your arm.
Yeah.
But you have to hold it with your second arm. You don't have a free hand while using the portal gun.
Right.
So you have it's like this basically.
Yeah.
It's very large.
Okay.
You now have a portal gun in your hand.
Can I will, before I go into the hole, I'm going to test whether I can levitate with that much extra weight or not with my underwear.
Okay. Well, sure. Are your underwear turned on?
Yeah. Yeah. I just turned it on.
Okay.
It's on now.
And all right, you sort of float up in the air a little bit by your underwear.
Okay.
Oh, and Nash, before you go, make sure you know which trigger is green and red.
Oh, all right. I will very carefully study what she's talking about so I know which one to hit. at the right
I
moment.
mean, you feel the 2 triggers, one above, one below. So one for index, one for middle.
And the middle is the red portal, right? Secondary portal.
No, you've put your hand in it already, so you can't see the label.
I'll take my hand out again.
You look at the label. The green one's the top one. The red one's the middle one.
Okay. All right. I will try to levitate, and if I can, I will. Then I will just go in and go for it.
Okay, so move your character.
All right. He is gonna go from here. Why can't I can't grab him for some reason.
It's not working. It says controlled by Scott J, so it should work. Are you on the right layer?
Yeah. Let me zoom in a little. Maybe there's a browser thing going on.
Actually, I can't move him either.
Is he just on
Yeah,
the
I can't
edge?
move my guy. It's all.
Oh, you know what? They're on the map layer. Oops. My bad, y'all. 1 second. I'll
Frozen.
fix this.
This is where we'll be forever.
Yep. This is the game.
Okay. Should be on the token layer now.
Okay. Let me check. Oops.
Yeah,
I'm
should
in the
be good
wrong
now.
layer
I
myself.
put him on the map layer.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go
Stanley,
into there. And
cover him in case the hungry flyers come.
And then. Okay. I have now come out here. And
As he moves through the portal, I'm moving right next to the green portal and just watching out of it.
Okay. So now you're floating by your underwear over what seems to be a bottomless pit.
Yep. And I'm gonna go up here.
You float over to the door. The light flickers, containment. Psst.
Okay.
There's a warm breeze. As you move over the chasm, you feel a warm breeze kind of float up, like
From
but you're
below.
nice and cool thanks to your thermal underwear.
Okay. Can I, and this catwalk thing, which is a lot like this extendo bridge thing over here, it's just this short piece here. I would like to
So you
just.
get a better look at it now you're there, and it's sort of shaped down at a 45-degree angle.
Oh.
It looks like a very precarious, the metal sort of twisted and bent downward. It looks very dangerous.
Oh, wow. Can I get any kind of? I'll try to get a footing on it, but also keep the underwear blowing, so in case I slip or whatever, I'm good. I just want to see which side of this is going to be the best place for them to crawl out and come down.
So you're gonna put your weight on the catwalk a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You put your weight on the catwalk, and you feel it give and sort of press down and go. But since you haven't put your full weight on it, it's holding. But this looks like it's set to break if it has too much weight on it.
I'm gonna float back over here and say through the portal, Stanley. My face will be right there, like level with yours, and I'm gonna say, does feather fall make people weigh less when they're standing, or does it just stop a fall?
It just slows a fall. Can you get the doors over there open? Maybe there's something we can attach it to inside.
Oh, look. And I'll buzz back over here,
Okay.
and then I'll
Move
try
back
to.
towards the door, and you notice at the door. This seems like a secure sort of door for a service passage. It's not very meticulously maintained like the inside ones with the nice windows and sort of clean look. It's full of hydraulics and bits and pieces. It looks like metal and probably very thick. You're looking at maybe a foot of door.
Okay.
If you had to guess, maybe thicker.
Any controls or anything?
It looks like it's designed to keep things out as much as it is to keep things in.
Huh.
As you sort of look up and see the containment light flicker.
No handles, no buttons, no access, no. It's just a.
There does appear to be a sort of like a lever that moves this way. Like there's sort of, you look at the mechanisms on it, you can kind of see maybe there's a crank.
Okay.
You're not sure if it'll open it or not, but you see a crank on the door. Probably it opens it. You've never seen a door like this before.
I'm going to flutter back over to the portal and say, Stanley, there's a crank. But I don't know what it does. Should I pull the crank?
Well, I'll look around. Do we feel that this is the only way worth continuing, or are we going to head back and take our chances with the bugbears? Way I see it, this is the only option we currently have available to us, so we might as well.
There's too many bugbears. We go back there, we're dead.
Should we try seeing what happens if you try to retract the walkway? Maybe the door won't open if the walkway is extended as part of the containment.
So, interesting. Well, you guys can try that from that end. You don't need me. Just push the one that says retract.
Crank first, we'll try the thing later.
Okay.
Go crank it now.
I'm going to go crank it. All right, so I'll over to the thing, and I will crank it.
Put your hand on the crank and turn it, and
Yeah.
there's resistance. You'll need to apply strength.
All right, I'm going to hold. How am I holding that gun? I don't want to drop the gun. That's main goal number 1 here.
Well, you have it hooked into your sleeve, so if you let go of holding it, it won't drop, but you have to hold onto the handle, and you can't aim it to use it.
Okay. All right.
So you can make your left hand free.
Okay. Sorry, you're making me roll something. I cut you off.
Yep, it's going to be an athletics check, please.
All right. That sounds like fun. Let's see. Not my best stat in the world. 12.
All right. Well, you give it a solid piece of strength, even with your left hand. You go, and then it sort of moves all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
And then a giant spray of sparks fly out from the door. And then it goes and opens up an inch and stops into place, and the gear on it sort of pops off. You hear boing, and it just kind of grinds to a stuck spot.
Okay.
And a dark cloud of smoke sort of filters through the
Do I perceive that I've broken this, or that it has broken in the process of trying to open?
It looks like it malfunctioned. Not that you did it, but as you went to open it, whatever mechanism was holding it in place malfunctioned.
All right. I'll fly back over to the portal, and I'll say, I think it's broken. The door doesn't open all the way. It kind of started to and then crapped out.
Can you see inside? Is there room enough for you to fire the portal gun within it?
Possibly. The problem is, we don't have a sturdy structure there. And I'd need you to get over here before I shot the second portal, or else I strand whoever is left over here, where you are. So you've got to all be there before we can fire that secondary portal hole.
Nash, go look through the hole.
Yeah.
Fire the red portal.
Oh,
anywhere
I
you
get
can
it.
find purchase.
I get it. Never mind. All right. Goodbye. And I turn around, and as I fly away, I flip Stanley off as I go.
Goodbye.
Big old middle finger right out the portal hole. In fact, I'm going to hold it there as long as I can as I float away. And then I'll float over to the thing. I'll look for what he's talking about. So, Bo, I'm looking down. I'm looking through the opening, trying to see if there's a flat surface I can reproject the red portal to.
All right, make an investigation check.
Okay. That will be... Ooh, +3. Hold on. I don't think you've ever let me use this before. This particular thing.
You've never let him, Bo.
Yeah,
You
you've
can
never
ask.
let me.
Ever.
I mean, not that.
Just
I mean,
investigate something.
it just hasn't come up. I mean, I don't mean that you held back. 16 is what I
out.
rolled. 16.
All right, perfect. So you roll a 16, and you look inside. You can basically see nothing, even with the light. The light sort of makes too much reflection on the silver. You can't see what the surfaces are like in there, but you notice it's some sort of. What you do make out is like lots of pipes, lots of pieces of wiring. You don't see any flat surfaces with the limited vision that you have in there. It's very difficult to see inside.
Okay. I'm going to...
And as you do that,
Yeah.
the world has a reaction to you. And you hear like a... And just as soon as it happens, something large and a shadow appears on the doorway, and something large is in behind you as you hear wings flap and something trying to attack you. I'm just putting it on the table here.
Great. That's great.
So you just like hear and just tries to grab you from behind. Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
And we'll take our break. While we roll for initiative, as a large winged leathery creature with a giant mouth is like.
Wow. All right.
time.
That's great. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be back in a moment with more There Will Be Dungeons. We'll see you in a minute.